Hey guys, and welcome to what is going to be OMA at Road America. It's going to be an exciting one we have in our hands tonight. And, JH Sports has not broadcasted OMA in a while, so let's give you a recap of what has happened through this weekend. In the VNS race, an amazing move by Kevin Uruguayes was he made a crossover going in the corner number 3 and was able to steal the race win away from Vincenzo Iacobazzi. Amazing move by him, and those who are currently 6th and 7th in the points. Kevin is 28 points above the cut line, while Vinny is 36. That's going to be the battle to look for. But in the points lead, Drew Jua is 127 points above the cut line with 2 pulls and 3 wins. And the other 2 winners are Tim Moore, who is 4th in points, and Casey Master, who is 2nd. But is this Tim Moore's down year? He hasn't been really explosive as he's been the past 3 seasons. He is your 2-time champ. That's going to leave a question. Can Tim Moore rebound tonight? He won this race last season, but what can change for him to get up front? And while the officials are still trying to get everything together, here is the starting lineup. Row 1, Drew Jubal will be alongside Casey Master, 1st and 2nd in points. Row 2, position 3, we got Tim Moore. Tim Moore looking to bounce back, and I think he can do it tonight. Just puts everything ready and together properly, he can get it done. Rookie Brandon Schulenberger is starting 4th alongside Tim Moore, the highest rookie in our lineup tonight. 5th and 6th go to Vincenzo Iacobazzi and Kevin Uruguayes, who both had that amazing finish we saw beforehand. In row 4, Tyler Glass and Zachary Mendez, 7th and 8th. Zachary Mendez, also a rookie. He was listed to race last season, did a few races, but hasn't run enough races to lose that rookie status. In row 5, we got Alex Stevens and Landon Lyle. Landon Lyle, another rookie, oh so close last season to winning the VNS Championship. Just couldn't get it done. In row 6, Sammy Marasco and Kyle England. Row 7, Ryan Miniker returning Ben Smith. His last win was that Daytona 250 controversy with Expert Racing, which is no longer a team and has folded. Row 8, Luca Mazzelli Jr. and James Mendez. Row 9, Daniel McGurk, MJ Cerullo. MJ Cerullo, a lot of controversy throughout the week. Made a move in the VNS race that set a lot of guys off the edge. But will he be able to fix that up here in the big leagues? Now, row 10, Tom Hawk and Landon Lauterbach. Row 11, Sean Melly, Logan Eliff. And row 12, Riley Golf and Fabricio Lamana. And that will be your starting lineup for tonight's race. Now, if I had to go with someone who I feel like will be quick, it is Kevin Uruguayes. Not many people look at him as a road course racer, but he showed and proved himself in VNS that he can make it happen. But as we wait to get this race started, 25 laps, lap 13 is the halfway point of this race tonight. It's going to be an exciting one, about a 4 mile. The track's about 4 miles in length. But as I'm trying to get ready here, this is going. I'm just pumped. In OMA, this is the best racing you can see. Should be an exciting one. But we're going to have a little bit of a delay. So this should be an exciting one. Let's see if we can get maybe any pre-race interviews with any of the drivers in the field. As we're still waiting to get underway, Road America should be an exciting race. Sorry for any other input. So I'm just still trying everything over here. Still trying to get it connect and to get it ready for the race. Let's get more information about the track we're racing at tonight. And Elkhart Lakes Road America, you know, a lot of people use it as a national park. They walk around, enjoy their day. But have you gone to a national park with a racetrack plopped right down in the center of it? I don't think you have. And that's what makes this track exciting. It's a 4-mile course with 15 turns and hosts major events such as NASCAR Cup Series, Moto America, IMSA, and IndyCar. So all the way up here in Plymouth, Wisconsin, for the first road course race of the season. It should make things interesting. But let's get your rookie driver, Lyle Chat, in here for a interview. Landon Lyle, one of the guys who puts in the work for this series. And as we get him in here, he is the driver of the 9. Ran a few races last season. Lyle, you have an echo. Yeah.
There we go.
But I figured, since we're waiting here, why not interview one of the best rookies currently? So, Lyle, can you tell us how you prepared to race here at Road America? What work do you have to take in to be good?
Well, I've done Run America a lot recently, but so I think I've got the know how to run the track down, but basically there's a lot of people racing tonight. It's likely gonna be chaotic, so the big key here is just patience and don't wreck your car. If I do that, I could probably have a good shot at top 10. That's my goal tonight. I know
And we,
I'm no,
oh, sorry.
I know I'm good here,
Continue.
but I just need to get some points for the team, and let's see if I
Mm-hmm.
can close in on the playoff cut.
Now, you're currently below the cut line, 35 points below, and, with how early we are in the season, you can make that up in an instant. But when you look at the cut line, you got Kevin Uruguayes, you got Vincenzo Jacobazzi, who were dominant in the VNS race. So does your strategy change to try to get above that cut line?
Um, yeah, those two were very fast last night, so I know Kevin and Vincenzo are gonna be very fast tonight. Keep an eye out for them. But
Mm-hmm.
my main yes, as I said, my main goal is just to try to get a top 10. If I can try to beat them, that'd be amazing. But just try to work our way towards the cut line little by little. I got the Dega doubleheader next week, and if you see me at Talladega, you know I go kind of wild there, and I can make quick
Yep.
work of the drafts. So really
Mm-hmm.
tonight, if I just get a good run and do good next week, I will honestly just be content with whatever happens next. Just kind of stay there at the cut line.
Well, this race is on the shorter side, but it's also a very fuel strategy race. You can save or you can try to make a stop and gain all that time on fresh tires. Can you give us any hint on what direction you're going to go?
Um, well, I'm not entirely sure since I haven't checked because it is now 1x, but if it doesn't become a factor, I will probably stick to the saving side with fuel and tires. Tires are gonna be pretty crucial because we run the track pretty aggressively here, but yeah, so saving is worth it here. It's not too hard, but it does pay off.
And one more thing before because you got to go race. I can't hold you here forever.
Yeah,
Who would you say is your biggest competitor heading into this race?
that's a good question. Honestly, my biggest competitor, well, I don't know actually if I have one, but if I can get near, as you said, Kevin or DiVincenzo, I think that'll be pretty solid for me. They're very good here.
Well, you guys are rolling. Good luck to you, Landon Lyle. I know we had a lot of Landon Lyle fans in the stands at Wisconsin. You're driving the number 9. I know there's a lot of number 9 fans up in Wisconsin. So good luck to you, and hopefully we can interview after the race.
All right, thank you.
So we just heard from Landon Lyle, but the race is going to get underway any second. But again, we've been waiting here. We've been sitting back. We've been relaxing, but we haven't seen the action just yet. The race is, pace laps are going underway. But let's reread your starting lineup for all you guys watching at home. Again, Drew Jula claimed the pole with his nearest championship competitor, Casey Masser, in second. In row 2, Tim Moore looks to bounce back as Brandon Schulenberger is in fourth. Fifth, Vincenzo Iacovazzi is beside Kevin Uruguayez. Those two adversaries have been beating fenders in the VNS series just yesterday. In row number 4, Tyler Glass in the 22 alongside Zachary Mendez. Then we have Alex Stevens, Landon Lyle, Sammy Marasco, Kyle England, Ryan Miniker, Ben Smith, Luca Mazzelli Jr., James Mendez, 17th, Daniel McWork, 18th, controversial man himself, MJ Cerullo, 19th, Tom Hawk, 20th, Landon Lauderbach, and outside the top 20, we got Sean Melly, Logan Eliff, Riley Golf, and Fabricio Lamana. You see a lot of cars. Let's go on the No U Motorsports 18 Toyota. Halfway is the start of lap 13, so it should be an exciting one. Beside him is the 8 of Drew Jula. Then here comes the 12, the rookie. I have not seen much of the 12, not much history to go off of. But one thing, to kind of look at when we look at Brandon Schulenberger. McGinnis Motorsports, without much scouting, I put, put faith in that kid in the 12. And this is the faith I saw Jeff Gordon give Jimmy Johnson in real life. You put that kind of faith in the driver, that can execute and get the job done. And Brandon Schulenberger showed in qualifying he can qualify with the top 3 from last season, the big 3 from last season, and maybe he can pull the upset. Currently in the point standings, he is top 5, and if he has a good night tonight, he'll be able to pass Tim Moore. Tim Moore, one of the best drivers in OMA's history. If we get that done today, I don't think there's going to be anyone calling him a rookie anymore. He's looking like a skill veteran. But let's get some background. Gamertag Extreme Shocks, currently a student at Wingate University. His first VRC full-time season, he made 2 starts last year, top 5 in both starts, and he replaced Sebastian Kukulon, the 2-time champion that spent 5 seasons with McGinnis. So we're replacing a legend in that stable. Casey Masser, who is starting on the front row, second place. His gamertag is Asylum, his third season in VRC. He won the VNS Season 2 title, took a break, came back, and returned in 2021. Last season, he was able to accumulate 3 wins, 14 top 5s, and finished 3rd in the points. But currently, he is in a tight battle with Drujua for the championship lead. But as we're coming around turn 12, Canada corner. Oh, one car on the wall. Kevin not making a lot of good moves early. Coming around turn 14. Drujua is gonna lead this field to green. Chevy, Toyota, front row. Going up the hill. One of the longest straightaways in OMA. Green flag in the air. And we're racing at Road America. Excellent restart by Casey Master. Now here comes Schulenberger. Up to P2. What can he do? Oh, they all go wide. Casey Master goes wide. Schulenberger into Tim Moore, and here comes the 96. Out of nowhere, the 96 takes the lead. He's going to go off, and then here comes Brandon Schulenberger with his teammate in the 22. It's a breakaway for the rookie. He's going to P3. And that's Tyler Glass in P2. Tim Moore behind trying to make a move. Tim Moore dives it, hits the inside wall. Too aggressive. That's now Schulenberger goes wide. They're 3 wide for first. Here comes the 88, 22, 12. They send it in. 88 gets shoved off a little bit wide. Tyler Glass still in P2 has yet to take the lead. And Kevin Uruguayes will take the lead. One VNS. Schulenberger's going to punt his teammate off. We saw a glimpse of the 14. It's just chaos behind the field. Kevin Uruguay is in the lead, has a breakaway. Zachary Mendez will get P3, and then Landon Lyle, who we just spoke to before, already up to P4. All 4 of these guys in the top 4 taking advantage of the chaos early. 22 is going to go off. He's able to save it. Here comes the 96. He's trying to make a move. They're 3 wide. 9 also below the 96, side by side, heading to Canada corner. Landon Lyle forced the second, already up to P2. Another rookie, and it's a rookie. 2 rookies inside the top 5. Kevin Uruguayes is gone. 96 diving it in. And they're wrecking behind. Schulenberger, Tim Moore. Ooh, into the 43. And it's chaos in the midfield. Let's go on board with the 43 of Ben Smith. And Tim Moore is pissed. He's pissed at one of the OR drivers over the radio. And a lot of guys are pissed at Landon Lyle over the radio. More contact. Ben Smith just sends it in. And Kevin Uruguay still leads. Battle in the midfield. Tim Moore, through adversity, is just trying to get through the front of the field. Tyler Glass backs it down. The 41 also trying to get in this mix. That's Vincenzo Iacobazzi. I'm probably saying his name wrong. Let's be honest. It's probably Lacobazzi. My apologies if I am saying that wrong. Oh, I'm saying it right. That's good. We're good. We're good. I got word from the booth. Tyler Glass goes off. Tim Moore is still pissed over the radio. If you hear what I heard, yikes. Not good. But Schulenberger behind the 3 of Tim Moore. This spot is for the back half, the top 10. Schulenberger looking to the right-hand side of Tim Moore, decides to stay behind. And that's probably the smartest decision you can make. That driver is profusely pissed over the radio, and I wouldn't want to make a move on him either. But Kevin Uruguay is still dominant. But Kevin Uruguay is looking strong. P2 Zachary Mendez. And that's going to be a Chevy first and Toyota second. But Kevin, again, showed how dominant he can be at road courses early. Your top three, Kevin Uruguay is second, Zachary Mendez battling with Landon Lyle. As Drew Jula gets a little punted off out the way by Landon Lyle, he dove it in there deep. And then Tyler Glass will round out your top five. But let's watch this battle for third. Second, third, and fourth separated evenly. Landon Lyle is going to go off the course just a little bit. Now through the carousel, Landon Lyle takes a shallower approach. That's going to ruin his mid-corner, and that's going to allow Drew Jula to get a nice run off the corner. A lot of guys not happy at the ORR, guys. Now here comes Drew Jula. He's getting a run on the 9. Taking it nice and easy. What a battle between these two. Landon Lyle messes up one corner. Drew Jula takes advantage, and it's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Drew Jula is going to make a nice move. He's going to get a run off at turn 14, and he's going to try to make the pass up the hill. Side by side, going to take some air off the rear quarter panel of the 9. And your pole sitter trying to get back up to the front of the field. Drew Jula sends it in. Goes a little bit wide. That might allow the opening for Landon Lyle, and it does. Landon Lyle making the crossover. He's going to send it really deep, and that's not going to work. Drew Jula is going to get the position back. Down this long straightaway, heading into turn number 3. Drew Jula is going to be able to get the gap, but he yet again is going to overdrive the corner just a little bit. He's going to leave Landon Lyle in the dust behind. And there's 3 wide heading this corner. Just outside the top 10. Okay, sideways is holding off the field. Logan Eliff. Someone gets sent. Someone in the Ford. Now the one taking the carousel nice and easy. That's what you got to do if you want to try to conserve those tires, because you cannot make it to halfway. You have to pit beforehand, or you can try to save to get there. Let's go to Vincenzo Iacovazzi. Running just ahead of Landon Lyle, made the pass. Landon Lyle slowly fading further back in the field. Vincent is going to take over for 4th. And that's going to leave Lyle back in the 5th. So Lyle's slowly fading, showing the true speed of these drivers. And a lot of guys don't like what's going on right now. The 2 further back, just past Tyler Glass. And that's going to be Daniel McGuirk. Drew Jula slowly gaining on the 96, and I thought Kevin Uruguayas was gone. It seems like 2nd and 3rd place cars of Zachary Mendez and Drew Jula is able to keep him in grasp. Top three separated near evenly. Going up the hill, out of corner number 4 is going to take this 4, 5, 6 section. About this section, very easy to cut to, maybe to get track limit penalties. So these drivers have to be very careful about how they take these 3 corners. But Drew Jua does it beautifully. And Drew Jua got to pole. He's the favorite tonight, but he's back down to 3rd from being on pole, able to gain a few positions after that chaotic start to this race that allowed Kevin Uruguayes to get to the lead and Zachary Mendez to get the 2nd. But I'm a little bit worried about Kevin's pace. Zachary Mendez has been able to stay at an equal distance ahead of Drew. And that's 3. We got a caution. It looks like that's a Casey Master in it. I think we were just a little bit late to the wreck, but that's going to be a caution. Race it back, and we're going to have another chaotic restart on our hands. And we're going to back down going up the hill. But what's the strategy here? Do you pit? Do you take the gamble going into pit road? But we're going to take a 15-second break. This is the J8 Sports Network. Drivers do not have to save. They can make it to halfway and an after. So it's a pretty self-explanatory race. Watch your tires, get the halfway, take 4 fresh tires. However, do you pit on this restart? You don't have to pit to make it to the rest of the way. You can pit at halfway. If you take the gamble, you're going all the way to the back of that 24-car line. But let's get your top 10. Leading this field is Kevin Uruguayes. 2nd is Zachary Mendez. 3rd is Drew Jua. 4th is Vincent Iacobazzi. Sorry, butchered that name, and I do apologize. After Vincent, and 5th is rookie Landon Lyle. 6th is Daniel McGuirk. As we go further back in the field, after Daniel McGuirk is the 14 of Kyle Langland. 7th is going to be the 12 of Brandon Schulenberger. 8th is Tyler Glass. 9th is Tim Moore. And rounding out your top 10 is Logan Eliff. Pace speed will be 60. The pits will be open this time, and more cars wrecking under the caution flag. A lot of cars waiting in the pit, and look at all these drivers coming down. Taking it nice and easy. A lot of these drivers just need a refresher for the restart coming up, and that's crucial halfway points. There's very few road courses on this schedule, and so if you're good at these tracks, this is your one-way ticket to get in the playoffs. It's not winning you're in, but you'll be right there by the cut line if you're able to execute and win this race. Coming down pit road, who takes it, who doesn't? Vincenzo Iacobazzi stays out. Followed by Daniel McGuirk. That's going to be the two Fords that stay out, and it seems like everyone else decides to pit. Oh, here comes the 20. Looks like the 20 is going to stay out as well. Interesting choice by all of these drivers. And that is the 20 of James Mendez. So Mendez, McGuirk, and Yakavazi all decide to stay out. Yakavazi will be your leader coming back to the green. Chaos down pit road. Who's going to win the race out? Coming out the end of pit road. Cars coming out now. Who's going to win the race off of pit road? It's going to be Kevin Uruguay is by a hair over Mendez. Then comes third, Drew Jua. It looks like fourth may have been Tyler Glass, and fifth is Tim Moore. More contact coming out pit road. Very close by all these drivers. And Brandon Schulenberger decides he wants to mow the rest. Help the lawn care service here at Road America. He goes very wide. But this restart should be exciting. We got 2 Fords out front. 2 guys on the cut line. They need to make something happen. The 20 of James Mendez. He's all the way down 17th, 78 points below, so he needs a really good day, and the crew chief of that team, that group, is making an excellent call here. You're playing the gamble. You need to gamble if you want to try to get above that cut line. You have the ability, the speed to do it. You just need to be able to execute. And if he can execute on this restart, avoid all the chaos, he can come away with a nice stage finish. A lot of guys going over, under the pace speed. NASCAR's going to try to manage this. So Vincenzo's going to be your leader. NASCAR's still trying to handle this, trying to get the order right. The 20 lined up in the wrong place, and they got to swap now, the 88 and the 20. Going up the hill, we're going back to green. Yakavazi will lead us back to green. And he did not get a good restart. James Mendez a little bit slow. That's going to allow him to work behind. Oh, and the 20 is spinning on the inside. It's going to be chaos. James Mendez all screwed up. Schulenberger is able to take advantage. He's up to second already on that restart. Oh, in the grass, there goes James Mendez. They're 3 wide behind. It's utter chaos. And Yakavazi likes what he is seeing behind them. Yakavazi, McGuirk, and Moore is going to be your top 3 heading into corner number 3. Vincenzo is leading this race, and he's looking quick. Excellent strategy call. However, the tires don't seem to be working for him as he's very loose. And I see Schulenberger taking over that position with easy pace. But the 41 still leads, followed by the 12. And these two are inside the top two, but the 41 is very slow. Those tires are not working out for him. And I expect the 12 to pounce. 41 going off track. The 12 has the speed. He has the run, heading the Canada corner. To the left side. Here comes Schulenberger side by side for the race lead. Iacobazzi shoving him off door to door. Off the corner number 13. Iacobazzi goes off. Still ahead of Schulenberger. Schulenberger tries to hit the bumper. Does it. Iacobazzi's able to stick on, and he's going to have to wait till corner 1 to try to make the move. This is allowing third place Tim Moore to catch, as well as fourth place Drew Jua. But Iacobazzi is driving the race of his life. He's trying to hold off for the stage victory. Schulenberger took advantage of the restart, and he's trying to make the pass. Schulenberger looking for the crossover. Blocked. He's going to try to set up the move for turn 3 under the Sargento Bridge. 4 to go. Schulenberger looks to the outside. Iacobazzi dives it in deep. The 12 still on his bumper. If I was Schulenberger, you got to make the move now, or you're going to allow Moore and Jua to catch you and just pass you. Oh, and he goes off. Schulenberger just loses the back end, and he throws it all away behind Moore and Jua battling. 11 around. That's going to be a big one. A big wreck most are able to avoid. In that chaos, Jua is able to pass Moore. Behind them, Glass and Lyle. That will round out your top 5. But here comes the 8. Teammates second and third. And they just got to catch the lone 41 car on those old tires. But those old tires seem to be clicking off. Restart switched everything up. Kevin Uruguay is no longer in the lead, and we have a brand new top 3 after that restart. First time we've seen Tim Moore and Vincenzo up here, but not Drew. Drew's leading the points. He's been the most consistent driver of these last 2 seasons. May have not had the most wins the last 2 seasons, but he's really showing that he can go for another championship this year. Won last year's championship in excellent fashion. Both 2-time champions. Second and third. But which 2-time champion is better? That's for you to decide. I know it's OCM Motorsports, but why isn't it 2-time Motorsports? Like, in my opinion, so many better names. But let's get back to the racing. Or sorry, OCM Racing. 94 parked. Something's going wrong with that car. No caution. We're going to continue to go green here. Drew Jua second, and he is running down that 41. Coming to 1 to go. Iacobazzi just has to hold off for a lap and a half. Can Drew Jua run down the 41 and steal away this stage victory? He 41 brakes early, 8 brakes later in the Canada corner. And the 41's just going off-roading. He's trying to use as much track as needed to be able to hold off this 8. Now Drew Ju was going to have a run off of turn 14 up the hill under the NTT data sign. 1 to go, white flag for the stage. Vinny trying to hold off your defending series champion. Drew breaks later. He's going to try to do the crossover. He has the run. The 41 blocks. Now Drew just has to play this patiently. 41 is going to make mistakes on those tires. We saw him when he was battling with Schulenberger. Now here comes Jua. He has the run. He's in the draft. Is he going to pull out to make the move? Decides to stay behind. Smart decision. Putting more pressure on the 41. Now 41 going up the hill. The second hill at this 4-mile road course. 41 makes an excellent corner in the 4. Sets up turn 5 beautifully. But again, the 8 is right there. One mistake by the 41. Drew's going to take advantage. He sends it deep. Trying to go around the outside. It's not going to stick. Now, into the carousel. 41 still leads. But he goes very wide. Jua gets on the throttle earlier. In the grass a bit. That's going to slow down his momentum. And the 41 is pulling away. Seems like Drew should have made the move when he had the chance in turn 3. Played it patiently. But maybe he was too conservative. Vinny on those old tires. Going up turn 13 in the 14. 1 corner to go. Will Drew try to dive it in? He will not. Coming off a 4. It's going to be close. Jua has the run. But the 41 will barely hold on to the stage victory. Wow. Just wow. And Jua is pissed. He might be pissed. Might be a nice love tap. We don't know. But what a finish. One more lap, the 8 would have had him. Cool. An excellent strategy call by Yakovazi. Able to claim the stage victory and able to stay ahead. The halfway caution. Vincenzo Yakovazi will finish first. Second will be Drew Jua. Third, Tim Moore. Landon Lyle, the highest rookie, will finish fourth. And Tyler Glass in the 22 will round out the top 5 first stage victories. Oh, we got a spin. Someone's pissed. We got the Logan Eliff is pissed at Kevin Uruguay. That's going to have the 14 in it. But we're going to hop to in-car radio with Luca Mazzelli. Luca Mazzelli wants out of the car. Team is forcing him to stay in. He says this race is awful. And as a fan standpoint, this is very exciting. But you gotta look at the sport. This is ruining the legitimacy of NASCAR Heat 5 league racing. This right here. And we gotta do better next time. under caution on these restarts and be cleaner. Driving with no respect is what Fabricio Lamana is saying over the radio, and a lot of guys pissed as we just saw more contact behind. As I'm trying to read you off the order, I just can't tell your top 10. A lot of cars moving about. The 94 seems pissed at someone. He is somewhere. He is front of the field. Sammy Marasco is running hot laps, apparently. The 94 is getting a lap back. I do apologize. He had an incident. I forgot he was parked, and he is trying to get his lap back, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to pit and get his all the way back for the restart in time. That's us tuning in for Dark Horse Racing Radio, and we're going to go back into race control. But a lot of guys in. A lot of guys stayed out. Casey Master, not Casey Master. Drew Jua staying out. Luca Mazzelli. Looks like Zachary Mendez. Tyler Glass. And it seems like the 14 of Kyle England also stayed out. I'm not sure if you can make it to the end. I heard, you had around 14 laps of fuel not saving. So that won't get you to the end unless these guys know something I don't. You're going to be tight, but your tires are going to be worse. I don't think this call is the right call if you want to win this race. I just don't think it is. Drew Jewell will be your race leader. Tyler Glass will line up in second. Looks like Luca Mazzelli will line up third. Kyle England fourth. Fifth will be Zachary Mendez. We're going to take one more break as we are still trying to get these guys lined up properly. .94 just hit the pit lane, so it seems like the call is to go without the 94. He had to go, had an issue with his car, but I'm not sure how the officials are going to handle this going forward. But it should be an interesting run back to the finish. Remember, halfway was lap 13, so you got around 11 laps to go once we cross the start-finish line. 94 is still trying to catch up. These guys will go with 11 to go, exactly 15 out of 25 laps. Interesting call by some of these drivers. I expected more to pit, but again, 5 staying out. I haven't seen speed from the 10, the 14, or speed from 96, but really not from the 2 4s, 10, and the 14. I'm worried about their pace and how they're going to run. Will that cause more chaos on the restarts? But these restarts are crucial. If I was Drew Jua, try to have a plan, an escape plan if you see guys braking too late, if you know they're going to overrun the corner. You need a plan to get through these restarts, and that's why we've seen Brandon. That's why we've seen Brandon do it so well in the 12th. Brandon, it seems like the 94 blew the car up. So NASCAR decided 94, you're just going to park it on the access road. He has been parked. And NASCAR's throwing the flag. We're going without you. We're going green. But as we're going green, Kyle England, Luca Mazzelli, two new guys we haven't seen all day inside the top 5. Lots of cars, and it's going to be lots of chaos once you cross the line for 11 to go. Your pole sitter still in first. He almost won the stage, 1 lap short. Going around to turn 14. These drivers are ready. The fans are on their feet. 11 laps to go till a winner is decided. A lot of these restarts have been exciting. They've been chaotic. But we're ready to go. These drivers all filing up. We're getting ready to go up the hill. Case and Drew Jula will get us ready for the green. Green flag, green flag. Good restart by the 8. Kyle England follows in tow. And here comes Iacobazzi, your stage winner. He's already up to 3rd. Heading in the corner number 1. A lot of guys send it in. Landon Lyle, Kevin Uruguayas goes wide. And chaos mid-pack. Kyle England able to stay 2nd. Tim Moore 3rd. Vincent Iacobazzi 4th. And it'll be Tyler Glass 5th. Going off the corner. Drew Jula trying to break the draft off of the Dark Horse 14. And Kyle England having a really good run tonight. Good strategy call. He can make it to the end. However, he will be fading to the back of those tires. But you got to make a decision. Be hindered at the back by everything that's going on. And Kyle England's going to take the lead. Drew Jula got loose. And brand new leader, Kyle England. Now will Drew Jula try to make the move back on the 14. England goes really wide. Had the lead for a short period of time. And the co-owner of that Dark Horse team wants to have a good run. And while we have this top 2 out front, the top 2 are the only 2 that have been to be in this league racing full-time since 2018. So these guys are veterans and huge wreck behind. Oh, and one flipping. Huge wreck. That's half the field. Oh, many cars. The one in the air. Wow. Wow. Huge wreck behind, and it's just utter chaos. And if there's going to be a caution, Drew Jula will lead the field back to green. Or to the yellow, not to green. He'll lead us to the end of the green. Kyle England will line up 4th, Iacobazzi 5th, and Iacobazzi 4th, Mendez 5th. And we are back. These drivers are ahead. Top 5. A nice lineup we got inside the top 5. Drew Jula, Tim Moore, Kyle England, Iacobazzi, and Tyler Glass. Or not Tyler Glass, sorry, that's 96 of Uruguay, or not Uruguay, it's Mendez. We got 2 Mendez, we got so many guys in the field, it's a lot of confusing guys. This race has been so chaotic, it's been messing my brain. This has to be one of the most chaotic OMA races in recent history. The one is getting his lap back. And pit road will be open this time. Last season, Kyle England only had 1 top 5. He's in prime position to get another top 5, and already this season. And already this season, Kyle England has 1 top 3 and another top 5. So he will get his new record of top 5 if he is able to execute tonight. Pits are open. Who's going to make the gamble? Drujua looks like he is pitting, and he goes out. A lot of guys staying out. Who's going to make the move? Who's going to make the move to be the first one in pit road? Tyler Glass going in. James Mendez, Logan E. Lift. Looks like that may be the 4 also in pit road. Trying to get a good angle. I do apologize. The 4 of Ryan Miniker in the pit road. As we were going under the Sargento Bridge. We're gonna rack all these cars up once again and get ready to go green. We're going to go green with what will be 7 laps to go. Or, let me see here. Just to get confirmation for you guys. Sorry, 8 laps to go. 8 cars around. And more chaos on this restart. Well, let's summarize what's happened to this race. First restart of the race, chaotic. Kevin Uruguay is able to take a huge lead on the rest of the field, but the rest of the field did not like the move he made. Caution came out. Strategy differed between half the field inside the pit. You guys decided to stay out. Vincent Iacobazzi took the gamble to stay out. He was able to hold off a charging Drujua on fresh tires to take the lead. He gets the halfway stage. Drujua stays out at halfway, stays out once again, and that's how he holds the lead now. Kyle England also stays out. He is still third. Mendez as well. And those guys are able to stay up at the front. And we're going to go green this time. Teammates in the first two rows. We got first row of OCM Racing, second row of Dark Horse Racing. These guys are getting ready. These guys are lining up. And we're coming off of 14. Another restart. More chaos. These fans are on their feet. Drivers going up the hill. Under the NTT sign, we are green. Once again at Road America. Tim Moore does not get a good restart at all. Let's go more with Yakubasi for this restart. England in prime position. Mendez dives in. More contact. Everyone goes off. Yakubasi, more contact. England takes the lead. Here comes Jua 96. Has to let off, has to check up. That's going to mess up Tim Moore. And just chaos upon chaos throughout the field. Kyle England off of turn 3, able to stay out front. However, he has the best car throughout this whole race right behind him. That's for Jua. Yakubasi, your stage winner's up to third, and then Mendez is able to be in fourth. It seems like the 11 is fifth of Sean Melly. And Sean Melly got the call really late to hop in the 11 for No U Motorsports, and he's currently the best car on that team, or second best car. Zachary Mendez is also on the team. Now Kyle England has a breakaway with Drew Jua. Will he try to take the race lead back? If I was Kyle England, you gotta play this smart. You're on older tires compared to Drew Jua. Drew is going to be faster no matter what. Even if you had more pace in him, tires mean everything. So just kind of run your race clean. Hopefully everyone else is still scrapping behind, and this can allow you to pull ahead. But we're going to cross the line for 7 to go. Now, Zachary Mendez behind Kyle England. He's going to try to make the pass and get up into the top 2. Top 3, Chevy, 4, Toyota. Talk about parity in NASCAR. We got parity in OMA. Drew Jua, your points leader. Zachary Mendez on the cut line, and Kyle England further down. 2 of these guys just has to stay behind Drew and get a good finish for them to hop just above that cut line. Kyle England last season did not go the way he wanted. He was expecting more top 5s. Richmond, he should have got another one last year, but officiating was not on his side. He is trying to get his redemption, and he's still battling for the race lead. Zachary Mendez in 3rd, Yakubasi in 4th, and Timothy Moore in 5th. Kyle England having a very good run. Drew's going to hit the grass a little bit. But again, he's still going to be ahead, but Kyle England gets his whole car on the grass, and it's just back and forth, back and forth. Drew gains, England loses. England gains, Drew loses. Back and forth once again. They're staying the same distance in between them, but down these straightaways with the fresh tires off the corner, Jua is just able to be much better than England. Now here comes Mendez side by side for second. The 96 of Mendez has the run on England. He's going to try to take second place away. Mendez to the inside. They're adoring each other. Mendez dives it in. England goes for the crossover. They're still side by side. Mendez throws the block, and England's gonna try to get the run back down this straightaway. England looking. He sends it down the inside. Thinks better of it. Doesn't completely send it. Backs it off. And that's going to allow Mendez to start gaining on Juba. But let's go further back in the field. Let's see some more battles off that we have on our hands. Moore versus Yakabazi. These two are battling for 4th place. Moore seems to be faster, but Yakabazi just has a little bit more pace on those fresh tires. But on the long run, expect Moore to do more on the long run. Under the Road America sign into the carousel. Tim Moore trying to gain. Yakabazi does not have the best of exits. And that's really going to allow Moore to gain here. Oh, Yakabazi gets loose. He's trying to regroup. Moore lets off. He knows the 41's going to have a horrible exit. And he's just having a tremendous run down the straightaway, looking in the Canada corner. The 41 breaks really late. He's gonna go wide, and they're gonna be side by side going into 13. Tim Moore makes the pass, and it's a 4-way battle for 4th. John Melly now getting into this in the 11 in the part-time car. He is showing that he has the speed to contend inside the top 5 tonight. And if he can just get up to that 3 car, he can make it happen. Yakabazi looking. You can see that ahead and with his battle with the 3 of Tim Moore. McQuirk, he's been quiet all night. He's just outside the top 5. He is currently the highest McGinnis car. We've seen Schillenberger, and we have seen Glass inside the top 5 all night. But when they're nowhere to be found, McGinnis still has 1 horse in the race. And that's McQuirk. Tim Moore goes wide. Yakabazi trying to look down the inside. It's a 3-car battle. Melly's trying to get into it, but he just doesn't have the speed as the 3 cars ahead of him do. McQuirk looks, thinks better of it, stays behind the 41. And Tim Moore's eyes are open very wide because he is getting closer to the 96 ahead of him for a top 3. And Kyle England makes a mistake, and that's going to allow the 96 to get ahead. First, second, third, Kyle England still in a very good spot. He has had one of his best runs of his career right now. However, he just has to stay focused. He can't be worried about the cars coming behind him. He can't be too anxious because one mistake and this good run is gone. Just nice and easy, and we're going across the line for 5 to go here at Road America. As we still watch England, it looks like Tim Moore's been able to gain from that battle for 5th, and Drew Juba is gone. He has put the foot down, hasn't made one mistake, and the car that's been on pole just barely missed the stage win. Looks like he's going to be able to execute tonight and get the victory. But we don't want to call this early. We're coming to 4 to go.